Hey, just want to talk a little bit about self-taping for acting auditions. So I've actually booked several television roles via self-taping. In one case, one of my self-taped auditions was only one line, and it led to a recurring role. What I'm gonna say should be obvious, but just in case, the most important thing in a self-tape is a great performance. If you're wanting to be competitive, it's about more than type or even natural talent. It's about making convincing and unique choices and understanding what a casting director might be listening for or looking for in that particular type of audition. So on-camera auditioning is a technique in itself. All right, this next part may be overwhelming to some of you, but I promise if you embrace these basics of film production, it'll pay off. Also, I encourage you to think of the technical aspects of filmmaking as just another way to be creative, rather than it being a chore. And remember, you could be saving yourself hours of commuting time in Los Angeles traffic by having the ability to self-tape at home. Okay, here we go. Background. You want a solid colored wall or backdrop. Popular backdrop colors are blue, dark gray, and white. I've painted this wall behind me exclusively for self-taping. Lights. Use lighting with diffusion, such as soft boxes. This will minimize shadows. This can be an inexpensive lighting instrument, such as a fluorescent bulb softbox. The only downside to those is that they only light at one temperature and intensity based on the bulb's characteristics. Temperature is how warm or cool the light is. For a slightly higher end setup, consider LED lighting instruments, which give you control of exactly how warm or cool you want your look to be, as well as the intensity. Lighting scheme, how do I set up the lights? Well, in a perfect world, you would have what is called three-point lighting. More on that later. So let's say you just have one light. Well, one light can work if the lighting is diffused and properly placed. If you do only have one light, I'd recommend placing it next to the camera and just make sure it's diffused light, lighting your face really well and softly. A ring light can be used, which surrounds the camera or phone. I personally find the ring lighting to be less full than fluorescent softboxes or LEDs placed properly. If you have two lights, use one as your key light. Set it next to the camera to the side about 45 degrees. This will be your main lighting source and should light your face very well. The second light is the fill light. Should be placed on the opposite side, a little bit further back than the key light, usually in about 45 degrees from the camera. The fill light is to fill in the shadows and create more complexity in the light. If you have three lights, well, welcome to three-point lighting. The third light is for backlighting. Sometimes the space behind you can be too dark, usually actually, so having a light that lights the backdrop and you from behind can make your self-tape pop even more. I'm currently using a three-point setup. While any modern phone can work quite well with the right lighting and sound, I'm using a Canon C100 Mark II cinema camera. This is the same camera we use in my acting class on Wednesday nights. In the class, we do on-camera audition technique as well as practice film shoots. Now let's talk about sound. So with your self-tape, make sure your sound is as good as possible. You can get an inexpensive mic that connects directly to your phone. What you want to do is place that mic out of the frame as close to you as possible. If you use a lavalier mic, I would recommend not clipping it to yourself actually, because it will most likely end up rustling. You can clip the lav to a stand or other stationary object. Okay, well what about the other actor in my scene? Well, there are 4 ways to record someone else's lines in a self-tape. 1, have someone come over and be your reader, like the old days. Or if you're lucky, you have an in-house reader already. 2, you can Zoom with someone. 3, have someone record your lines on their phone and send it to you. 4, record the other character's lines yourself. I could actually make a whole video about each of these approaches, including addressing sound, eyeline, timing, recording your own lines, a lot more, but I'll just leave you with those bullet points for now to chew on. I teach all these techniques in my acting class, which, by the way, is free to audit. I am recording with a shotgun mic directly in front of me and above me, and hopefully it's giving me a nice, clean, and present sound. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you were able to take something away. Take care.